Okay, here's one of the problems. Generally at our elementary schools, we take all three of our entree choices and we put them on our service counter at one time for the students to choose from. Well, what happens is they take the most popular choice. In this case, it's the hamburger. Well, the hamburgers tend to go out pretty quick, but the cheese stick and chicken nugget salad just sit there. So by the time a student does want that cheese stick, it's already cold and it hasn't even left the service area yet. Another issue with putting all your entree choices out at one time is that of stacking of trays. Not only does it give a messy presentation of our food, it's a very unappetizing one as well. The other problems that we have, besides the serving of cold food and the stacking of the trays on top of each other during service times, is the fact that in between the different classroom sessions or the lunch sessions, the servers have to take those food items in the trays and put them in the warmer to try and keep the foods warm. After they're already cold, our warmers aren't hot enough to re-warm food back out. That's not their purpose. So not only is that cold food just sitting there in a lukewarm warmer, the servers then have to rush to get those same food items back out on the counter in time for the next classes to come through for their lunch. Many times the servers are in the back, they're away from the line, they're doing something, prepping for the next day, or getting more items ready for the next service period in the back or something, and they're late getting to the lines and then have to rush to get the food out of the warmer for the students. That's not good customer service either. So what do? I suggest single tray service. So single tray service is where you take a sample of the different food items for that day. In this case, we use actual samples, but this year we're using picture samples, and the students are going to be able to make their choices of 1, 2, or 3, or however it's decided, and they can just tell the server what it is that they want. The server will then get the item for them right out of SteamWell, so we can guarantee that the product that we're serving to our customer is hot and not a cold item that they're picking up off the service line. So one of the questions that comes up when instituting this is, well, I'm afraid it's going to back up my lines into the cafeteria. Well, no, it doesn't. It's because your server can't go any faster, or your line cannot go any faster than what your cashier does. As you can see here, there's still plenty of students between the server and the cashier, so the backup is not happening at the point of service. Anything, if you get backup, so many times it's because, teachers come late, or maybe you just have somebody training on the cashier is a little slower. Single tray service can also be used at breakfast, as you see here.